to part 2 of classes. So next we are gonna go and learn about accessing object members. Accessing object members. So to access a object members, to access members that will belong to an object, you got to use the single arrow operator, which will be this. That will be needed. It can be used to call methods or to assign values to the properties. The single arrow operator can be used to call methods or to even assign values to properties, as we did over here. You know our get area? Yes. Okay, so for example, you guys have a variable v, or let's make it x. Oh no, let's make it s. Let's get a variable s, and we are using a single arrow operator, and we want to say x, and then let's assign the value, so we get 5, and we use the variable s again, and we'll say y equals 10, let's say. So we want to get the area, right? Because all we know, 5 times 10 is 50, but we want to use the computer basically. We say s, and we say get area, so this will be 50, right? So to initial the property values, you gotta do is, if a property needs to have an initial value, a clean way to assign this property at the same time is to declare it. This initial value is when it's set when the object is created. The assignments of this kind must be constant expression. It cannot be, for example, so a variable or a mathematical expression. So let's comment down. Let's say if a property, right, needs to have an initial value, a clean way to assign to the property, right, at the same time that it will be declared. The initial value is when this is then set when the object is created. Okay, for example, we have a class, my book. Oh, I don't need the, my bad. Yeah, right there. We have a class, my book, and or let's change my book to rectangle because we're doing math. So my rectangle, and we want to put a property. So you are using the public, and we want to initialize a variable. We can say x equals 5, as we did over here, and y equals 10, right? Because we know what is this, 5 times 10 is 50. So yeah, that's how you do an initial the property values. Next, we are gonna learn about constructors. Constructor. A constructor, a class can have a constructor. a class can have a constructor, which is a special kind of method used to construct the object. This method provides a way to initialize properties, which is not limited to constant expression. So in PHP, the constructor starts with two underscores, followed by the word construct. Methods like this are known as magic methods. So uh, we can say in PHP, the constructor starts with two underscores, followed by the word construct, and these methods are likely known as magic methods. So for example, we got class my rectangle, and we can say public variable x, variable y, and now we gotta create the construct. So we say function. I said two underscores, right? Follow, yes. So construct right there. See. Next, we gotta write something to do because the constructs apparently it can load the class faster. So we say this, referring to our x equals 5, and again this y equals 10, and then we want to print out and say constructed. Yes, that's how you make a construct with a special method. Alright, so let's comment this out. Let's move on to this destruct in PHP. Destruct. In this destruct constructor, the classes can also have a destructor. This is that kind of magic method that starts with two underscores followed by the word destruct, as we did over here, but we put construct, right? So it is called as soon as there are no more references to the object before the object is destroyed by the PHP garbage collector. So we can say destruct is called as soon as there are no more references to the object. It starts with two underscores followed by the word destruct. So you can say class, once again class my rectangle, we say function, and we call it as destruct. I get a to-do implement destruct method. It's by PHP store. So we want to print out and say echo is destructed, right? This is just an example how to create a destruct. If you want to test the destructor, you gotta put a function called unset. I will put a PHP link down in the description about unset functions. The unset function can manually remove all the references to the object. So let's comment and say unset functions. It can manually remove all references to the object. If you want to test it out, and you can manually remove all the references. Alright, so next we gotta learn about case sensitivity. The case sensitivity in PHP. Okay, so case sensitivity. So the variable names are case sensitive class names that are in PHP. PHPs are case insensitive that are function names, keywords, and built-in constructs such as echo, print, and so on. This means that a class name my class. So if you create a my class like this, or lowercase my class, or all caps my class, it's called. You can still use it in case sensitive. It won't do nothing. So I'll show you guys an example. So assume you guys have class my class, right? So we can do a1 equals to my class. This will be okay to create an instance. If you have created a class and you put a new instance, you can do something like this, my class. This will be okay. Next, if you wanna do something like this, if you say a2 equals to all caps, alright? This will be still okay to use because we are case sensitivity in PHP. You guys can use this because it's all insensitive with the case insensitive. Next, that was next we gotta learn about object comparison. When you're using the equal to operator, which is this, on objects, that this type of objects are considered equal if the objects are instances of the same class and their properties have the same values and types. Okay, so the strict method, which is the equal to operator, you can say, which is the 3 equal to, will return to true only if the variables refer to the same instance of the same class. So let's write this down so you guys can have it. So I said when using the equal to operator, which is this, on objects, these objects are considered equal if the objects are instances of the same class and their properties that have the same values and types, right? Okay, yeah. But in contrast, the strict kind of method, which is the equal to operator, which is the all 3 equal signs, will return true only if the variables refer to the same instance of the same class. For example, you guys have a class name. Let's see, class name. Wait, class name flag. Let's say flag. Okay. So we create a public, and we say flag equals true, right? Next, we want to create a new instance, and then we want to say if the values in different instances and stuff. So what we have to do outside our class, we create a variable, and we want to create a new instance to our new flag. So we say variable a new flag, and then variable b new flag. So we have create a new instance variables to our flag. So we say variable c a variable a is equal right to variable b. So what this we are doing, this will call to this flag true at the same type of values. Oh, I'm gonna comment this. Next we have, because we said we gotta use this and this, right? So we got variable d equals variable a 3 equal signs variable b. This will equal to false because we know, because a equals b, we want something to be true, right? True, wants to be true. But this one with 3, we say will return true only if the variables refer to the same instance of the same class, which is not. So that's a false, because it's a different kind of instances. Alright, I hope you guys understand this, and I will see you guys on part 3.